Good evening, football fans, and welcome to high school football here on KNDY Radio 95.5. Max Blasky with you here tonight, along with my color commentator, Quentin, who we'll speak to in just a little bit as we get ready for some high school football. Axel Eagles hosting the Clifton Clyde Eagles here tonight in a state-ranked matchup in Week 3 already here in Northeast Kansas football play. It's also homecoming here for the Eagles. Congratulations to Emma Hazenkamp and Grady Bussing, who will be calling his name quite a bit here as this contest continues on through the night. Before we get into it, I want to give a big shout-out to our sponsors, Eagle HVAC, Moonlight Restoration, Axel and Hometown Lumber of Marysville, Blue Valley Technologies, B&D Buildings of Axel, Axel Car Wash, Western National Bank Branch of Summerfield, Little Joe's Service, Axel Trust, Barry Bussing Construction, Landall Company, the State Bank of Axel, and Peak Construction. It's Friday night football here for homecoming in Axel as Axel gets ready to host top-ranked Clifton Clyde in what's going to be an exciting 8-man action here tonight. We're going to take our first time out, come back for you, get a little preview of this contest as we went even closer to a Week 3 matchup between the Eagles.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, spray and bed liners, sandblasting, dealer and installer of B&W hitches and drop and lock hitches. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
When you start a plumbing or electrical project, make sure that you have what you need to get the job done. If you don't have everything you need, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber can help. Stocking a full line of electrical wiring, switches, boxes, and everything to the fixtures and even light bulbs. For that plumbing task, there's pipes, connectors and joints, faucets, toilets, and accessories. From an installation or remodel to a simple repair, get the plumbing and electrical supplies you need at one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
School is back in session. Kick off the school year with an A+ on your internet connection by signing up for Blue Valley Internet. New customers get $100 off. Existing customers that boost their speed get a $50 bill credit. Set your family up for success this school year with the internet from Blue Valley Technologies. Find more details at bluevalley.net/promo.
B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Max Blasky with you back here in Axel as we get ready for the contest between Clifton Clyde and Axel coming up here for you in just a little bit. It's a highly anticipated 8-man matchup here today as, of course, the Axel Eagles come in ranked number 1 overall in 8-man Division 2. Clifton Clyde has been getting some votes for a top 10 matchup in 8-man Division 1-2 as well. So both of these teams come in with a record of 2-0 and very dominant in their first 2 games here this season. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. First, swing it over here to Quentin. Quentin's obviously a statistician here with me for this year. So what are a few things that poke out to you here early on in this season for both Eagles teams?
Yeah, so it's a great night here for some football. I'll say that first and foremost. Great night for homecoming. The rain has held off. What I'm seeing here is they are both very efficient offensive teams. As you mentioned, they are both top of their class in the state of Kansas here. We are seeing for the Clifton Clyde Eagles about 17 average yards in the air, 17 of 37 for 289 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Where on Axel's side, they're averaging about 7.4 yards in the air, 12.7 yards in the air, 17 attempts for 216 yards. So they're about evenly matched there in the air, and on the ground, we see Axel Eagles at 7.4 yards per carry, and the Clifton Clyde Eagles at 12.6 yards per carry. So definitely two really good, efficient offenses. Every time someone gets the ball, they're going to definitely pick up yardage.
Points are going to be on the top of everyone's mind here tonight as Clifton Clyde has come into the last two contests averaging 48 points per game. Axtell in their first two contests put up 60 against Perryville in week one, and then shut out Hartford 52-6 the last Friday night to extend their winning streak. Axtell also comes into this contest 28 straight consecutive wins for this Axtell Eagles program. That equals out to be 24 consecutive weeks ranked number one in eight-man Division II rankings. A huge matchup coming up here between the Eagles on homecoming in just a little bit. We're about 10 minutes from kickoff. We're going to take a quick timeout, though, bring you Coach's pregame interview, set down with head coach Eric Detweiler before this contest, and then bring you back for some high school football here on KNDY Radio.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
Little Joe 66 Service in Axtell is a proud supporter of Axtell schools and Axtell athletics. If you have automotive repair needs, call Joe at 785-736-2824. With satisfied customers from all over the area, Little Joe 66 Service is the place to turn for all of your automotive repair needs.
Joined now on our pregame coaches interview by Axtell head coach Eric Detweiler. Coach, a dominating 52-6 win last Friday night versus Hartford. How do you feel the boys played in that contest?
Well, I thought our guys come out with good energy and played a really good game. We, kind of stuffed them on the first series there and scored on the very first play, about a 60-yard pass, and just kind of rolled from there. It just seemed like, we were kind of, rolling in all aspects of the game way better than what we did in week one. And I was pleased with the way our guys played. And then we got, our JV guys got some pretty good playing time in there as well. So, just overall, I thought it was a great night.
Well, when you look at it, I know you're a coach that really preaches being prepared. And these wins like this show that your team is prepared coming out. How nice is it to see that early in the season that they've got that focus?
Exceptionally nice. You don't have to worry about whether, what kind of team is going to come out, whether we're going to come out flat, whether we're going to come out with energy or, what we're going to get. So, we try to stay in routine, try to do the same things every week where just make ourselves better every week and just focus on our opponent. And so far it's been working for us.
Looking at tonight's game versus the Eagles, what are they going to present to you offensively that you're going to have to take care of and defend?
Well, I think they're a pretty balanced team, honestly. Maybe more passing than they have been in years past, and I think so. I think they're a pretty balanced team, and they got a lot of team speed. Maybe one of the fastest teams that we've played so far, and then they do have some size up line. I noticed their linemen are 180, 190 pounds. Where combine those speed with that size, it makes them a very good, difficult team to prepare for. And I know Russ does a great job down there. He's always had winning tradition, and we just got to be prepared if we want to be successful.
And, of course, it's a big game nonetheless, but it's also going to be homecoming for you guys. And so not how do you block out those distractions, but how do you keep everyone focused on the time at hand, but yet still enjoy what this week brings to the school?
Right. I kind of told our guys, last night at practice, homecoming is never much fun if you don't win. So, try to stay focused and not use all these distractions of, working on your floats and other stuff. Stay focused on your game film and our game plan on what we want to do, to try to beat those guys. And don't let other distractions get in your way. And that's, just like I said, just something we've talked about and hopefully, resonates with them.
For engineered roof and floor trusses, call on Axtell Truss. 12 to 80-foot span. Complete hip, cathedral, and floor systems using only the best SYP available. Delivered to your site undamaged on a roll-off trailer. Manufactured locally at Axtell Truss on U.S. Highway 36, 2 miles west of K110 between Seneca and Marysville. Phone 785-736-2291.
Barry Bussing Construction in Axtell offers dozer construction and all types of soil conservation work, including terraces and water aid. Remember, conservation is the key to our future, and it all starts with you. Contact Barry Bussing and see how he can help you. Call Barry today at 736-2833. For conservation work, Barry Bussing Construction of Axtell, Kansas. Phone 736-2833.
The greatest investment a company can make is their employees. Landall Company congratulates their team members for making their 60th year a record-breaking year with an incentive bonus of 15.67% of annual wage or 8.15 weeks of pay as a bonus. Proud of the work you do and the difference you make. Join the team today with great job opportunities available. Learn more online at landall.com/careers. EEO Vets and Disabilities welcome.
The State Bank in Axtell is synonymous with quality and integrity in the banking business. Financing for your home, for your farm, or your small business. Contact the loan officers if you need money, or if you're putting money away for something special, or just saving for a rainy day. Visit with the professionals at the State Bank of Axtell. They're federally insured, member FDIC, the State Bank of Axtell.
Max Blasky back with you here in Axtell as we get ready for action here in just about 5 minutes between Axtell and Clifton Clyde. A high-powered offensive matchup we already chatted about just a little bit ago. Of course, one of the highly anticipated games here coming up in 8-man action this week. Looking at how both of these teams have done here the first 2 weeks so far, Axtell talked about it, absolutely dominant in their first two contests, is averaging 7.4 yards per carry, which Quentin already mentioned in the pregame, 12.7 yards through the air. So a ground and pound attack Axtell brings to the table. Of course, we could not mention the Axtell Eagles without mentioning Brandon Schmelzley. He already has 3 passing touchdowns here on the year, 2 rushing touchdowns too as well, along with a punt return touchdown and a kickoff return touchdown too for the Eagles early on in this contest. He is looking to replace All-State quarterback Isaac Detweiler this year as the lead man behind a good Axtell offensive line. For the Clifton Clyde Eagles, they come in just as high-powered too as well. Mentioned it, averaging over 40 points per game so far on the season. Very efficient on the ground. Almost 500 yards totaled on the ground so far between the first 2 contests. 7 rushing touchdowns, averaging 12.6 yards per carry in their first 2 shutouts are Clifton Clyde. Of course, too, as well from that defensive standpoint, only allowed 8 points in the first 2 contests. That 8 came to Hanover in week 1, shutting out the Blue Valley last week. 0 points for them. As you look on the defensive side for both teams, going to stay with Clifton Clyde. Defensively, they shut down the run. So kind of opposite of what their offense is, only allowing 2.6 yards per carry for opposing offenses here today. So it'll be a test against both sides on how they look to do. Of course, Axtell had a little trouble in that first contest of the year out against Kerr-Parrville. Ended up pulling away in that game 60-44, but it was tied at halftime before an offensive explosion sent the Eagles to the victory column in that one. A matchup of last year's contest that got out of hand fairly quickly. Axtell won that one, pulling away from Clifton Clyde last year. About 3 minutes here till kickoff. We're going to take one more time out, bring you back starters for this matchup here on a Friday Night Football on KNDY.
Whether the work is inside or outside, a repair, remodel, addition, or new construction, Peak Construction in Marysville is ready to build. They start off by helping you turn your vision into a concrete design with the help of samples from local vendors. Their in-house construction crew gets to work making that design a reality. Imagine what you can do with the help of Peak Construction. Phone 562-6380 for an appointment to start planning. From top to bottom, inside and out, call Peak Construction, 562-6380. For all of your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and excavation services, there's only one call to make. Eagle HVAC and Heating. Formerly Dave's Hardware in Axtell, the guys at Eagle HVAC and Heating look forward to continuing the success they've built over the years. Offering all heating, ventilation, air conditioning needs, as well as carrying a wide variety of name-brand appliances. They do plumbing and electrical, as well as excavation service. Give Eagle HVAC and Heating a call today in Axtell.
Back here in Axtell as we get underway. Teams are getting set up for the kickoff here. It looks like Clifton Clyde will receive first as we are about 1 of 45 away from the contest. Looking at what else is going on around the area, it is homecoming for the Marysville Bulldogs. You can find that game on our sister station, FM 94.1, AM 1570 against Chapman. Valley Heights is traveling up to Troy, a big matchup down in Frankfort as Linden has made the trip to town. Hanover travels out west to take on Osborne. Lynn travels up to Washington on Washington County's homecoming too as well, and Centralia is playing over at Onega. That does it enough for what's going on in the area. Let's focus on what's going to happen here tonight in Axtell, between Axtell and Clifton Clyde. A top-ranked matchup here between these two contests. Mentioned it before. Of course, Axtell comes in ranked number 1 in 8-man Division II. Clifton Clyde getting by for the top 10. Looking at our starters, first for Clifton Clyde, they will be led by number 3, Trent Long, a senior in the quarterback backfield who has been a menace to opposing defenses so far this year. Threw for over 250 yards and 5 touchdowns last week in their contest versus Blue Valley. At his side will be number 20, Peyton Fahey, a senior. Split out wide, Drayden Reed and William Hass, number 1 and 29, respectively. Both seniors will flank from the wide receiver position. Lane Fate, Max Darwinson, and Brung Cook will be on the line. For the Axtell Eagles, they are led by Brandon Smelsley at quarterback, replacing All-State quarterback Isaac Detweiler off of last year's squad. In the backfield with him will be Eli Brockstrom, number 10, a junior. Number 2, Landon Schmitz, a sophomore. Ryland Blissing and Grady Blissing will be split out wide at tight end, number 5 and number 34 respectively. Then on the line it will be Blaze Blissing, Grant Blissing, and Sawyer Deethers. Smelsley is about ready to kick it off here for the Eagles as we are about underway for high school football action on a Friday night. Just as the anticipation builds, that football falls off the tee, and we're going to do it again here in Axtell. Eagles here tonight. Axtell, their home white pants, home white uniforms. Clifton Clyde will be in their dark blue uniforms with red letters and white trim around the edge. Axtell will kick off left to right here as that foul will bounce about the 30, picked up off the turf. Will be Coy Steinbrock, tries to return that, but actually loses a few yards on that one. So a good cover by the Axtell kicking team, and we are underway. Quentin, when you look at this contest here real quick, obviously high-powered matchups. What's going to be the key to stop either one of these offenses?
Yeah, it's definitely stopping the air raid attack for the Axtell Eagles when it comes to what Clifton Clyde can do. We see Brandon Schmelsley passing for 76% for a total of 127 yards. So he's definitely deadly.
Definitely deadly in the backfield, and it'll be a defense possession here first off. It's going to be Jack Scotchney with his first run of the game. He's going to be stopped for a yard loss or two as we see Scotchney come in at quarterback. It will be splitting options there, quarterback between Long and Scotchney. Scotchney in the last contest threw for 42 yards, 1 interception, and 1 touchdown. Got off 17 passes to Long's 18. As Long, of course, is the senior. Versatile team this Clifton Clyde offense has here in this one. Many players can fit in many possessions in this 8-man option offense. Second possession, it's going to be Scotchney on the handoff. Good defense around the edge. That's going to be coming up for a tackle for loss. Landon Schmidt with a big tackle for loss there, losing another 3 or 4 yards. And just like this, that Axtell defense has come out with their hair on fire.
Third down and 15 to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 15 here for Clifton Clyde, deep inside their own end zone, about ready to go inside their own 15. Axel has come out firing here early on, set with their two defensive linemen front. Linebackers are a big part of this Axel defense too, which we'll get on to later here. The spread formation here for Clifton Clyde is going to be Long in the backfield. He's going to roll right, look right now, dumps it off short side down along the flat. That's going to be William Haas picking up the catch, but not close to a first down. Pass complete for about a good 6 yards there, but it's going to be well short of a first down, and that's going to bring up our first fourth down contest here of the evening.
6 on the play, brings up fourth down, 9 to go. See what happens. Back to your Eagles, number 16, Brandon Shelsley.
Now with their first opportunity here for punt return, we'll see what Clifton Clyde wants to do here. They go three right, wide to the right side. Up tight will be Long. We'll see if they do a fake punt. It's going to be a little pooch punt there for Long. Good leg there as he gets it all the way from the 20 to the opposite 15 of the Axtell Eagles. So good stop there by the Axtell defense, closing down that Clifton Clyde running attack as they tried to get to the outside, use a little motion early on in that contest, but staying in their keys as I talked to head coach Eric Detweiler through this week on our Coach's Corner interview. Axtell did a good job of it there. Ball will be here at the 33-yard line for the Eagles as they will get their first offensive possession here, working left to right on this beautiful Friday night here for some football. Glad to have you all along. Max Blasky, Quentin Blasky here with you in Axtell as it's homecoming night here for the Eagles. First opportunity, Smelsley's going to run it left, spins out of a tackle on that left side, tries to dance his way out of another one. A good gang tackle there by the Eagles as a few Clifton Clyde players were there. Trent Long in on that tackle along with Drayden Reed. So gang tackling there for Clifton Clyde. Going to give Axtell a second down and 8 now. Expected to see some fireworks here early on in this one, but obviously in a game you expect the offense usually get some defense here first so far, and that was the case as Axtell held Clifton Clyde to a punt in their first possession. 9:19 left to play here, first quarter, still 0-0. Smelsley looks back to pass. He's going to complete that one here near side, close to the 40-yard line. That's going to be the first catch for senior Grady Bussey. Not only a football player, but also now a homecoming candidate winner. Congratulations, Grady Bussey and Hazelcamp, as they were crowned homecoming winners here moments ago before this contest. 3rd down and 3 now. First third down of the game for Axtell. They're going to go 2 wide. Running back in the backfield will be Schmitz next to the right hip of Smelsley. Smelsley looks to take the step from the pistol. He's going to step up, follow Smith through the hole, running through some arm tackles and picking up the first down. Got an 8-yard pickup there for Smelsley, as that's going to give Axtell their first down of this contest. A little different team we're going to see this year from Axtell. Already 2 games under their belt, so getting some opportunities to play together. But, of course, the big story, no Isaac Detweiler anymore in the backfield for Axtell. Brandon Smelsley taking over that position here this year. The 200-pound junior has been playing very good ball. Head coach Eric Detweiler has been telling me throughout the week. A little bit of a different, a little bit more running attack, and here we are again. Smelsley's going to get a wide up lane to the left side, up for a first down, 11-yard pickup there for the Axtell Eagles. And just like that, quickly inside Clifton Clyde territory near the red zone, Axtell will go. That'll be a first down and 10 now. Ball's going to set just outside the 20. We're going to call it at the 22. Pretty good play there for Axtell as they just ran a quick power just to the left side. Quarterback followed his halfback right through the hole.
Yeah, we've already seen that twice tonight, and that seems to be the most effective for them, working out for 10 yards and 8 yards previously to that they ran on the 3rd down.
Continue to keep that ball moving. Here's Smelsley, quick pitch to Smith down the right side. He's going to take that pitch. Gang tackled in by a bunch of Clifton Clyde Eagles, finally driven back by Clifton Clyde. That's going to be Trexton Cook going to get credit for the tackle. Pickup of about 1 there. Clifton Clyde tried to run the quick option offense to that right. Mentioned it there in the beginning just moments ago. A little bit more running here for the Eagles this year. Of course, have always did ground and pound type of offense over Smelsley in the backfield. Such a natural, gifted athlete. Put the ball in his hands as many times as you can, said Coach Detweiler. Just like that, he's going to step back, fake pass, now go left, now go right, get out of a sure stack. He's got the edge. West side, 5-10, touchdown, Eagles. What a shifty play there by Brandon Smelsley as he takes that one in for a 21-yard touchdown run by what is Brandon here this year? We'll get him squared
16,
away.
number 16.
I was hoping it was going to be 21, but wasn't quite enough. Smelsley with the nice 21-yard touchdown run is going to give Axtell the early 6-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a very nice run. You, at least I thought it was broken up right away. You had two defenders in the backfield, but he was able to use his shiftiness and get out of it.
Smelsley caught dead to right in the backfield there, got out of a sure tackle, took it all the way to the left side. Spread formation now. Smelsley looks back fast. Quick slant down the right side. That's going to be good. Completed to Grady Bussing, who picks up the 2-point conversion. And that's going to give Axtell the early 8-0 lead here with 6:51 left to play first quarter. You're listening to high school football right here on KNDY.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, spray and bed liners, sandblasting, dealer and installer of B&W hitches and drop and lock hitches. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Make every job easier with one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. For any project inside or out, if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer, get the tools you need, including Milwaukee, DeWalt, Stanley, and more. Battery-operated tools offer the convenience and mobility with the power to get the job done quickly every time. Stocked with all the blades, bits, and accessories for your convenience as well. Check out the power tools selection today and get the work started on your schedule with Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Axtell Eagles getting to work early here, jumping out to the 8-0 lead as they are ahead of Clifton Clyde here, yet still in the first quarter. Good return here up Clifton Clyde side, right up the middle. Gets to about the 40-yard line. Good return there by Trent Long as he was about 2 inches away from breaking that one for a complete run back for the Clifton Clyde Eagles.
Ball returns it out to the 37-yard line.
Return's going to be out to the 37-yard line here for the Eagles as they're going to get their second possession of the game. They're fine. Second offensive play now here for Clifton Clyde at midfield. Stepping back to pass, now running quarterback draw up the middle will be long. He's going to be stopped nicely there by a gang of Axtell Eagles. Looked like that was Grant Bussing there in the middle of that defense getting the stop. And all of a sudden, here we are with a 2nd down and 7 to go. Defense so far here for Axtell sticking up and looking pretty good in this first couple drives. Be a key here all night. Let's see if Clifton Clyde can get this situated. Trent Long in the backfield. It's going to be to his right pass. They're going to throw right side. That is going to be a pass completed over to Peyton Fahey. The running back split out wide right that side. He's going to be close to a first down as it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 here for Clifton Clyde.
And they're already seeing a lot more success with this offensive possession. So it's good to see that they're getting things figured out, and we'll see what they can do with that.
Clifton Clyde now 2 receivers split left. It's going to be Long in the backfield. He's going to run straight up the middle right behind his quarterback running partner, Drayden Reed. It's going to look like close for a first down. That's actually going to be Jack Scotchney. He's going to take that one down for a first down. Scotchney is going to pick up the first here for Clifton Clyde. Clock will continue to roll. 5:20 left to play here, first quarter. So figure we'd see a little 2-quarterback action here for Clifton Clyde early on, split between Trent Long and Jack Scotchney. Both of them had excellent games last time out. Trent better throwing the football, 12 of 18 versus Blue Valley last week, 5 touchdowns. while Skonchny did a good job on the ground, rushing for 10 carries, 142 yards, and a touchdown. There's going to be a fumble on the snap. Somehow keeping a hold of that one, Jack Skonchny. Boy, that would have been a close one there for Clifton Clyde.
Yeah, and it's still not great news. I mean, you lose it down, it's going to bring up third down here and a loss of 8 yards. Just something you don't want to see when you're finally getting into the rhythm of things.
Finally getting into the rhythm, like Quentin said, that's going to drive Clifton Clyde back into their own territory, back on the negative side of midfield. Second down and 18 now here for Clifton Clyde. In the backfield, it'll be Long. 3 right to the right, 1 split here to the left. Long's going to roll right, throw back in the middle. It's going to be Reed right in the middle of the field. It's going to be a catch close to the original line gain. We're going to bring up a third down and about 8 now. Wyatt Detweiler with the tackle on that one. Good tackling here so far by Axel. A lot of helmets getting to the ball.
Yeah, for sure. We're seeing, on Clifton Clyde's side of the ball, we're seeing a lot of passing here. It seems to be working out best for them. Right now they've completed 3 yards for a total of 20, or 3 passes for a total of 25 yards. So we'll see if they can keep that up.
Another passing attack here as Long is in the backfield. Trips to the left, single to the right. Long's going to roll left, get a defender to stop, turn around, jump ball, picked off. That's going to be Wyatt Detweiler picking that one off for the Axel Eagles right in front of the goal line. Interception. Clifton Clyde thrown. Younger brother of Isaac Detweiler coming up with the big interception. And that's going to be our first turnover here of the contest. Pressure there by Axel Eagles coming off the line. Grady Bussing from his defensive end possession was right in the face there of Long as he tried to get that pass away, threw it up for a prayer, and good defensive possession there by Detweiler. Axel Eagles now with the full length of the football to go. Smelsley's going to keep it. He's going to run left side, power behind Smith. He's going to pick up a few there.
Tackle made by Flock of Eagles.
About a pickup of 4 there. We're actually going to call it a pickup of 2 there for Brandon Schmelsley. Well, now they're going to give it a 3. You know, it's a good thing I'm not on charge of the scoreboards because I couldn't do my math that fast. It's going to be a second down and 7 now here. Ball's going to be at the 8-yard line of Axel. 3 minutes left to play here, first quarter. Axel got out to the early 6-0 lead on the 21-yard touchdown run by quarterback Brandon Schmelsley as he was caught dead to rights in the backfield, got out of it, and found himself the end zone. Working left to right here. Smelsley's looking back to pass. Now he's going to throw middle. There's going to be looking for Bussey across the middle, and that's going to be a flag. Had some hands on the back of the jersey there for Clifton Clyde. Peyton Fahey and Trent Longworth's in coverage for the Eagles. If that's going to be a pass interference penalty, that's going to pull Axel way upfield. I think the call on that is going to be a hold. Nope, we are going to have pass interference there on Clifton Clyde. So already with 1 turnover here for Clifton Clyde, and now a penalty that is going to mark them off 15 more yards here for Axel. That's going to walk it all the way up to about the 24-yard line now here for Axel. Offense will look to continue to move a fast-paced offense here for Axel in this one as it has been the last couple of years. Schmelsley in the backfield, looking left here, tries to hit Bussey, and it goes right through his hands, incomplete. That's going to be our first incompletion here of this contest for Schmelsley. And just like that, quickly now, second down and 10. Of course, thank you here to all the sponsors that made this contest possible all year long, too, as well. Always want to remember to thank all you out there as well listening in. So we got looking to someone catch the game. Find this one right here on FM 95 and on KNDYradio.com. Smelsley's going to take it left, stiff arms 2 people. He's going to be wide and far away from the first down mark. He's going to run out about the 30-yard line. Trent Long did a good job for Clifton Clyde coming up and forcing him out of bounds. And just like that, here we are at third down and 6.
Yeah, so right now we're seeing the offense run completely through Brandon Schmelsley. There is only one other rusher on the board now for 1 yard, but he has picked up 50 yards in 6 carries, including that touchdown, and even in the air, 3 attempts for 2 completions with 9 yards in the air. So everything's running through him right now.
Quarterback option tends to be the case when the quarterback's always keeping it. Now we're going to go a little trickeration. It's going to be a flip around here to Smith. He's going to go right side. Landon Smith down the sideline. 10-5. Touchdown, Axtell Eagles. No flags on the play. Actually, there is. We've got a flag on the play in the backfield. A false start on Axtell. That's going to pull back a 50-yard touchdown run by Landon Smith.
Yeah, and right when I said everything runs through Schmelsley, we see there Schmitz get a chance at the ball, and sadly it does come back, but what a great run.
And a good play call there by head coach Eric Detweiler. Had been running that quarterback option so much right up the middle. That one, Schmelsley takes a step to the left. Looks like he's going to cut right upfield. It's Smith's coming around from that left split-out wing position. It will take it all the way around and would have been a touchdown if not was for the false start. So we're going to get another go-around here. 3rd down and 10 now. Ball's going to be at the 24-yard line of Axtell as they look to extend this early 8-0 lead over Clifton Clyde. Schmelsley will be alone in the backfield. Smith split out left with Broxman here to the right. He's going to look left, now look right. He's going to float it middle. Grady Bussing right down the middle. He's got it all the way up to the 10. Breaks the tackle. 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
Yeah, and we saw them try and get that earlier where they got the pass interference. I think that was the exact same design play. Perfectly put ball for a 56-yard touchdown.
56-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Schmelsley there to Grady Bussing as they have connected now twice, once for the 2-point conversion and now for the long touchdown. 2-point conversion here. Schmelsley's going to be tight in the pistol. He's going to go look right, look to pass, float it down the middle. Almost had Eli Broxman there with a one-handed catch in the back of the end zone, but it will be no dice. After 2 possessions here for Axtell, Eagles lead 14-0, 2:12 left to play left here in the first quarter.
School is back in session. Kick off the school year with an A+ on your internet connection by signing up for Blue Valley Internet. New customers get $100 off. Existing customers that boost their speed get a $50 bill credit. Set your family up for success this school year with the internet from Blue Valley Technologies. Find more details at bluevalley.net/promo.
B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Max Blasky back with you here along with Quentin Blasky in Axtell. 14-0 is our score on the long touchdown pass, 56 yards from Brandon Schmelsley to Grady Bussing. Couldn't heck of an offensive drive there for the Axtell Eagles.
Yeah, definitely. We saw them capitalize on a play that they had previously ran that drew a penalty, a pass interference, and they went right back to it for 56 yards.
And actually had 2 opportunities to score on that one. Landon Smith with the end around actually got the 60-yard touchdown run, but it was called back due to a penalty. And like Quentin said, too, as well, hit Grady Bussing earlier, tried to hit him earlier on in the game, just a straight seam route from his tight end position. Called back for a holding penalty by Clifton Clyde, but not on that last possession. Eagles couldn't quite get away from that defensive side, and now Axtell leads 14-0 here early on in this first half. Clifton Clyde not able to get anything going here yet so far. Of course, flipping around from quarterback. Looks like we're going to have another change. It's going to go back here now towards Trent Long. He's going to be your quarterback. Trips here to the left side. One split to the right. That's going to be Reed. Long's going to sprint to the right side. Good pressure by Sawyer Dieters. Caught across the middle is going to be Drayden Reed. That's going to be his second possession or catch here of the night. Tackled nicely right away by Rylan Bussing as he came up from his linebacker position. Him and Eli Brocksterman in on that possession to get the stop. Eli, kind of the quarterback of the defense here this year, talking to head coach Eric Detweiler, taking over for Isaac on that defensive side. So Eli Brocksterman, number 10, to keep an eye on from his linebacker position, an integral part of the Axtell Eagles team here this year. It's going to be Long in the backfield, empty backfield, flipping back to look, flips it up, almost intercepted down to the right side. Wyatt Detweiler trying to catch his second one already here tonight, has pressure from the front three of Axtell so far here tonight. The group of Sawyer Dieters, Grant Bussing, and Grady Bussing have been causing havoc for this Clifton Clyde offense here so far today.
Yeah, what I noticed is they started off with a two lineman front for Axtell there, and now they're throwing in three every now and then to show more pressure, and they are definitely getting through that line when they want to.
Good adjustments here from a spread-out team. Clifton Clyde will go empty trips again along with quarterback Long in the backfield. Quickly right up the middle in the backfield to get him down for a loss. Grant Bussing with a big tackle for loss there. That's going to bring up fourth down, Clifton Clyde. What a play there by Grant Bussing as he has had a heck of a game last time out or so far this season. 5 tackles, a half sack for him, and 2 tackles for loss. We're going to make that 3 tackles for loss here so far this year. That's going to force Clifton Clyde into another punt deep inside their own end zone, ball at the 20. It's going to be there. Long is going to be the punt. Pooch kick again is going to go to the far sideline. It's going to be close to the 25. They're going to keep walking it up. We're going to call it the 28-yard line. He kept walking there, gave him a few more yardage. Of course, if you are looking for some other high school football, tune into our sister station. Right now, Marysville Bulldogs taking on the Chapman Irish in a homecoming matchup for the Bulldogs on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1. Then, of course, if you're looking for college action, KNDY is your home, too, as well. We'll have KU right here on FM 95.5. That's going to be a 9:30 kickoff, 9 o'clock pregame, late game as they play Nevada. But the early game for the K-State Wildcats on our sister station as they play Missouri right up the middle. Just like that, Brocksterman gets loose down the left side. I can't even look up, and Axtell has scored again. That's going to be a 51-yard touchdown run by Eli Brocksterman in the middle of my little conversation there with myself. Took the handoff from Brandon Schmelsley right down the left side all the way for another Axtell Eagles touchdown.
Yeah, and surprisingly, that was his first carry of the game, going for 51 yards, as you had stated, all the way for a touchdown. Just surprising to put a touchdown in that first carry box.
One carry, 1 touchdown, 51 yards. Pretty good game so far. Now 2-point conversion here for the Eagles. They're going to run Smelsley left. Late pitch is going to be picked up by Brocksterman into the end zone. 2-point conversion. Good for Axtell as they look to blow this one open early here. 22-0. Still 24 seconds left to play. First quarter action. You're listening to high school football here on KNDY.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
Little Joe's 66 service in Axtell is a proud supporter of Axtell schools and Axtell athletics. If you have automotive repair needs, call Joe at 785-736-2824. With satisfied customers from all over the area, Little Joe's 66 service is the place to turn for all of your automotive repair needs.
Max Waske back with you here in Axtell. Before we were able to even sit down and get this game going, 22-0 is our score, and we haven't even got out of the first quarter. Clifton Clyde offensively has been stymied by this Axtell defense. The one time Clifton Clyde got across midfield here early in this game, they were driven back by a bad snap that turned into another the first interception of the game for Wyatt Detweiler. And here, starting field position won't be any better. They're going to start at their 10-yard line after an excellent kickoff there by Eli Brockstrom. Surprised he had gas enough to kick that one after he ran that 51 yards for touchdown.
Yeah, and that was a good kick, too, putting it all the way down on the 5-yard line.
Clifton Clyde's going to try a little something different here. Trent Long's going to try and run a sweep to the right side. He's going to be quickly stopped up close to the near the line of scrimmage. That's going to be Grant Bussing getting in on the stop here for Axtell. There's going to be a timeout called here by Clifton Clyde with 4 seconds left to play here before we go into our quarter break. So we're actually going to keep it right here before we get an extended timeout. Quentin, real quick, what do you got from stats-wise here early on?
Yeah, so Clifton Clyde hasn't been doing a bad job in the air besides that one interception. They've completed all passes except that interception, currently with 33 yards in the air. They have just broken above even with rushing on 5 attempts. Their first 2 rushing attempts went for negative yardage. Their next 3 went for 2 yards each. So they definitely need to get something figured out on the ground, but once they do that, they might be able to spread out Axtell a little bit more.
And just like we were expecting Clifton Clyde to come out in a spread offense, but to be honest, this Axtell defense with the power right up the middle, Sawyer Dieters, Grant Bussing, even getting in there, Blaze Bussing a time or two from the defensive standpoint, have been very, very impressive. And I remember catching this Axtell team last year as they went on to win their second straight 8-man Division II state champions. It was the defense that led that way last year in that playoff run. 2nd down and 6 here before we go into the first quarter break. In the backfield by himself, it will be Long. Long's going to look to pass left here. That's going to be stopped for a short gain yardage there. I think a pickup of about 3, and that's going to take us to our quarter break. After 1 quarter of play, Axtell Eagles leading this one 22-0.
For engineered roof and floor trusses, call on Axtell Truss. 12 to 80-foot span. Complete hip, cathedral, and floor systems using only the best SYP available. Delivered to your site undamaged on a roll-off trailer. Manufactured locally at Axtell Truss on U.S. Highway 36, 2 miles west of K110 between Seneca and Marysville. Phone 785-736-2291.
Barry Bussing Construction in Axtell offers dozer construction and all types of soil conservation work, including terraces and water rain. Remember, conservation is the key to our future, and it all starts with you. Contact Barry Bussing and see how he can help you. Call Barry today at 736-2833. For conservation work, Barry Bussing Construction of Axtell, Kansas. Phone 736-2833.
The greatest investment a company can make is their employees. Landall Company congratulates their team members for making their 60th year a record-breaking year with an incentive bonus of 15.67% of annual wage or 8.15 weeks of pay as a bonus. Proud of the work you do and the difference you make. Join the team today with great job opportunities available. Learn more online at landall.com/careers. EEO, vets, and disabilities welcome.
Back here in Axtell, 22-0 is our score. Axtell Eagles have absolutely kept this one in track. Clifton Clyde doing a little trick-a-daisy there, as we like to call it, I guess. A little option down the inside. Trenton Cook is going to get the run. Tackled quickly by Eli Brockstrom on that run. It's going to bring up now 4th down already for Clifton Clyde. 22-point lead now here for Axtell as they have led this one from the get-go. It got started with a 21-yard touchdown run by Brandon Schmelzli and has continued to go. On 4th down, Eagles are going to try. Now fake punt. It's going to be blocked by Grant Bussing. Picked up in the end zone. That's going to be Landon Smith picking up that ball. We're going to have another touchdown. Axtell Eagles. Punt blocked by number 54, Grant Bussing. Landon Schmitz picks it up, runs it into the end zone a whopping 2 yards, and that's going to be another touchdown, Axtell Eagles, as they have opened this one up 28-0 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Grant Bussing has done a great job on defense now with one solo tackle, one quarterback sack, and now that block kick. Defense is the key here. 2-point opportunity now. Schmelzli's going to step up right down the middle, breaks a tackle, runs it in for 2 there. Brandon Schmelzli with the 2-point conversion. That's going to give Axtell the lead 30-0 here just as we came back from that break. We're going to take another one here. Keep it tuned right here as we continue high school football right here on KNDY.
The State Bank in Axtell is synonymous with quality and integrity in the banking business. Financing for your home, for your farm, or your small business. Contact the loan officers if you need money, or if you're putting money away for something special, or just saving for a rainy day. Visit with the professionals at the State Bank of Axtell. They're federally insured, member FDIC, the State Bank of Axtell.
Whether the work is inside or outside, a repair, remodel, addition, or new construction, Peak Construction in Marysville is ready to build. They start off by helping you turn your vision into a concrete design with the help of samples from local vendors. Their in-house construction crew gets to work making that design a reality. Imagine what you can do with the help of Peak Construction. Phone 562-6380 for an appointment to start planning. From top to bottom, inside and out, call Peak Construction. 562-6380.
30-0 our score here in Axtell as the Eagles have absolutely put it on Clifton Clyde here on homecoming. Defense has been the key, already with one interception by Wyatt Detweiler. Moments ago, Grant Bussing able to get that blocked punt and return that for a touchdown. Landon Schmitz picks it up in the end zone, gives Axtell another 6. But just when we thought this was going to be coming into this game, we thought possibly game of the year in 8-man. Sports in Kansas was calling it one of those to keep an eye out here this week in week 3. And Clifton and Axtell up 30-0 here early on. Finally, a little slimmer of hope there for Clifton Clyde, not to be outdone yet as a tough team Coach Steinbach has in his Eagles. That's going to be a 10-yard pickup run by Trent Long. Quarterback took it straight from his position. A quick draw there by the quarterback is going to give Clifton Clyde finally a first down here in this one.
Yeah, definitely. That has so far been the longest run there, and it looks quite a bit like an Axtell offense there for Clifton Clyde.
Red now here for the Clifton Clyde Eagles. Long's going to try and step up, but good defense again. Rylan Bussing's going to step up from his linebacker position. Have the spy on the quarterback the entire way. We're going to give him 4 yards on that one. Picking up his 5th tackle was already Eli Brockstrom as he jumped in on that 2 with Bussing. Axtell Eagles controlling this game from the defensive standpoint here early on. Clifton Clyde taking a little bit more time here in between their plays, trailing 30-0 so far here in this first quarter. Of course, Axtell comes out on homecoming with a lot of energy. Let's see if Clifton Clyde has got an answer, can get some points on the board here. Working left to right, Clifton Clyde's going to be empty set. Long's going to quickly run right. He's going to swing left across the middle. We're going to have a penalty flag on the backfield. That's going to be a completed pass to Trent Cook across the middle. He's going to be close to a first down, as that's going to be a hold on the Clifton Clyde Eagles. So negate the 6-yard pickup. We're going to walk this one back here now at 10 yards.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing them getting the right motion that they need to be in to definitely compete in this game. We're seeing larger and larger pickups on the ground and some success in the air still, but that's the second penalty they have that's going to hurt them.
Already shooting themselves in the foot here have been the Clifton Clyde Eagles. Like Quentin mentioned, 2 penalties. They had an interception thrown right on the goal line the one time they got across midfield. A blocked punt, too, from the special team side. Has not been denied here for Clifton Clyde. Open backfield. Trent Long will be the single quarterback in the backfield. Good pressure down the right side. That's going to be Grant Bussing getting pressure again. Running left, throwing high of his intended receiver for William Haas is going to be incomplete. And now that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Or 3rd down and 16, actually. Forgot my 1 on that.
Yeah, they definitely have quite a ways to go here. We'll see what they can come up with, and it looks like it's going to be a timeout by the Eagles, the Clifton Clyde Eagles.
Clifton Clyde Eagles are going to take a timeout. We're going to take it right here with them. Of course, you're listening to high school football right here on KNDY. Max Blasky back here at Axel already went through what I thought was a quicker sponsorship list than I already got to midway through this second quarter here, as we'll keep it tuned in here the rest of the way. So Axel's coming out 30-0 already is our score here. 9:34 left to play in this contest. Axel from the get-go, Quinn, has controlled this one offensively, haven't they?
Yeah, they definitely have. We can see here that so far they have thrown it in the air for 65 yards so far, and quite a bit on the ground as well, looking like it's going to be around 61 yards itself. So definitely having a lot of success on offense.
Success on offense for the Clifton Clyde Eagles. Also defensively shutting it down here. Long's going to keep it down to the left side. Staunchny actually at the quarterback position now. Is going to keep that run down to the left side. Tackled by a gang of Axel Eagles.
Number 34, Grady Bussing.
Number 34, Landon Schmitz and Grady Bussing in there on the tackling for Axel. Looking at a few other scores here from across the areas, we have an opportunity now. Linden leading Frankfort after one quarter down in Frankfort, 16-12. Valley Heights has the 22-8 advantage over Troy. That's going to be at the end of the first quarter. And down the road to Onega, 28-0 is the score as Centralia leading in that one. Clifton Clyde's going to punt it here away. It's going to go out of bounds. Referee walking up towards half line. We're going to give it to them. They're at about the 35-yard line so far.
4-yard line.
30-0 is our score. As we look at how we got there, Brandon Schmelsley opened up this contest with a 21-yard touchdown run. Quickly got that back a moment later, about 4 minutes later, with a pass down the middle to Grant Bussing, who walked in for the easy 56-yard touchdown. Eli Brocksterman got a 51-yard touchdown run moments later, right before the end of quarter, and then coming out of that first quarter break, Axel Eagles defense held strong as on a punt attempt. Clifton Clyde got that one blocked. Coming up the middle was Grant Bussing off the edge, getting the block punt. Landon Schmitz was able to pick that one up in the end zone, giving Axel this 30-0 lead. Axel now with the ball here close to midfield. Brandon Schmelsley's going to run right up the middle. Spins off the tackle down the right side. Tough running there by Schmelsley. He's going to continue to bully his way forward all the way up to the 20-yard line. Brandon Schmelsley with a heck of a run there from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's already going to give him 80 yards on the ground here with that 25-yard pickup. And I did want to say total they are actually looking at about 140 yards total. So really Brandon Schmelsley doing the most of that, but we're seeing Eli Brocksterman get the ball as well.
Brandon Schmelsley obviously running this offense here for the Eagles team this year and running it to a key. In the backfield, he'll going to hand it to Broxterman. Broxterman to the left side, got blockers in front of it. Inside, 5-10, touchdown, Axtell Eagles. Number 10, Eli Broxterman, getting that 21-yard touchdown run for Axtell here with 7:28 left to play in the first quarter as the Eagles look to pour it on here before half.
Yeah, so now we're seeing Eli Broxterman and Schmelsley both with 80 rushing yards, so both doing a great job tonight.
Schmelsley's going to get pressured up the middle on the two-point conversion. He's going to set up, looks to the far corner, 2-point. The attempt is no good. It's going to go over the head of Eli Broxterman. That's going to keep our score 36-0 here with 7:28 left to play in the second quarter. We're actually going to keep it here, right here on KNDY for you as we look at how this first contest is going. So, Quentin, just real quick, talked about it in the opener. We thought this one was going to be possibly a game of the year type scenario. Clifton Clyde, with such high expectations, got bounced last year in the first round of the playoff, returned a lot of players. But so far in this one, Axtell has absolutely dominated.
Yeah, definitely. And what I'm seeing is they're doing a lot. Clifton Clyde are doing a lot to hurt themselves. They are able to pick up yardage. They are having some success, definitely going in the right direction. But 2 large penalties, an interception, and a blocked punt definitely don't help you at all. On the other end, it's carried by Brendan Schmelsley and Eli Broxterman. And also Grady Bussing in the air. He is the only one to have a reception tonight with 3 of them for 65 yards.
Thought it was going to be a balanced attack here for the Eagles, and so far it has been. But like Quentin said it too, no surprise that Clifton Clyde has shot themselves in the foot. Usually a very good team that is very well prepared for contests like this. But Axtell and Homecoming has came out and absolutely put a whooping on Clifton Clyde here early on. Kickoff's going to go right to left, getting an opportunity here to return it for Clifton Clyde. That's going to be long. He's going to pick it up about the 6 there, run it to the left side, gets it up to about the 15 or 16, as Clifton Clyde will get an opportunity now. Yeah, coming into this game, I'm going to be honest, didn't really have a lot of talking material, as we like to call it, on dead time here for a contest like this. But with 7 minutes left to go here before halftime, score is already 36-0. Axtell gets 45 Clifton Clyde here before halftime. And contest, like we said, thought was going to be the game of the year, possibly game of the week, obviously, here, Northeast Kansas. Clifton Clyde now looking back. Quick pressure by Grant Bussing right up the left side. He's going to be sacked. Eli Broxterman is going to get him close to the markers. They're going to give him about 3 inches on that one, as the pressure for the Axtell Eagles has been outstanding here tonight. Quentin mentioned it earlier. Coach Detweiler does a good job of flipping between his 2-man front and his 3-man front, but the number that keeps sticking out to me is Grant Bussing off this left end, absolutely causing havoc for either Trent Long or Jack Scotchney, who has ever been in the backfield. The last couple times it has been Long. Long has about a half a second to look at where he wants to pass it, then he's having to run for his life. Pressure's going to come against Sawyer Dieter's right side. They're going to double-team Bussing. Running that way is going to be Long, and just on cue, Grant Bussing wrapping up the quarterback. We're going to give him a loss of 1 on that one. This defensive front for Axtell has been dominant so far here in this contest.
Yeah, we're already seeing a few sacks and I believe 3 loss of yardage plays here for Clifton Clyde. So Axtell is definitely doing a great job on the defensive side of the ball.
Already with 2-3 tackles for loss here are this Clifton Clyde team. Of course, losing some players off of last year's squad like Owen Strothman, Isaac Detweiler, not skipping a beat here early on. Here goes the reverse. Reed's going to look to pass here near side. It's going to be picked off by Schmelsley. Brandon Schmelsley coming all the way across the field. A good play call there by Clifton Clyde. Schmelsley was on the far right hash. That ball came to the near side out of bounds, and Schmelsley came out of nowhere to pick that one off.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to run a double reverse pass there, a little bit of a trick play, and Schmelsley saw it coming right at the right second and got there to make the interception.
Already second interception here for this Axtell Eagles defense early on in this contest. 2 interceptions, 1 blocked punt, and now with the ball on the Clifton Clyde side of the field, Axtell's going to look to put up 11 more points here and end this one at halftime. Schmelsley in the backfield, play action. The Broxterman, Grady Bussing wide open. Clinton could have thrown that football to him. Wide open for another Axtell Eagles touchdown. Grady Bussing, have yourself a night. That's going to be a 40-yard touchdown pass from Schmelsley to Bussing. I believe that's Bussing's already second touchdown here tonight.
Yeah, that does make his second, and he is now the leader in yardage here with 106 yards with the 56-yard touchdown reception, and now that 41-yard touchdown reception.
42-0. Schmelsley in the backfield. He's going to option it. Broxterman in for the 2-point conversion. Eli Broxterman
goes in for a 2-point conversion.
That's going to make it 44-0 here in Axtell. We're going to keep it right here as we're already running through our sponsors. Of course, thank you to everyone that made this broadcast possible. Axtell HVAC, or excuse me, I say it there, Axtell Lumber and Hometown Lumber of Marysville, Moonlight Restoration, Eagle HVAC, Blue Valley Technologies, B&D Buildings, Axtell Car Wash, Western National Bank, Little Joe's Service, Axtell Trust, Barry Bussing Construction, Landall Company, State Bank of Bern, Axtell Branch, and Peak Construction. Thank you for all of you that make these broadcasts possible throughout the year. And, of course, if you'd like to get on any of our sponsor lists, give us a call at the station, 785-562-2361. 44-0 here. Quentin, we're not even at a halftime. We've got 5:37 left to go here on a beautiful Friday night here in Axtell. The Eagles have come out on homecoming. Well, we'll just say it with their tail lit on fire.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely want to prove something to this homecoming crowd. You are a little bit more jacked up on a homecoming night, but this is incredible what we're seeing on the offensive and defensive side of the ball for Axtell.
Absolutely incredible, and like we mentioned on that last touchdown pass, Grant Bussing was left wide open down the middle, and I'm not talking about a 5-yard separation or a 10-yard. Their next closest player was probably 20 yards away from him. Just getting lost mentally has been this Clifton Clyde defense here so far in this one. I know Coach Steinbrock for the Eagles going to have a lot to talk about once Monday comes. There's going to be a line drive punt right into the chest of Jack Scotchney. He's going to take it about 4 yards up to about the 30-yard line, and that's where Clifton Clyde's going to start this drive.
Yeah, Clifton Clyde, as we've said so many times, they're starting to head in the right direction. They just need to minimize mistakes. At the beginning of the game, we saw lots of yardage on the ground, but they started to turn that around. They're doing okay in the air besides the interception, so we'll see what they have for this drive.
And like Quentin said, going in the right direction they were before they got
long up the middle.
Got an opportunity to get some yards going. Had a couple plays there where they got some positive yardage, but just that untimely interception there by Clifton Clyde has long through to this near side, but an athletic play by Brandon Schmelsley to turn that ball over.
Yeah, and we see there Trent Long take the ball up the middle for a gain of 8. Definitely running the offense through them.
Here, 44-0 is our score before halftime. 2 men to the left here. Scotchney's going to run up the middle. Nothing doing. What's new here tonight as Eli Broxterman gets in on the tackle on that one. That's going to be Eli already with 7 tackles here so far in this contest. Not to be outdone, Ryland Bussing with 5-2 as well. As it has been a heck of a first half. Clifton Clyde is going to take their third and final timeout here of the half. We are going to keep it, though, right here in the last 4 minutes of this half. Looking at some defensive stats here just real quick. First from Axel, like we talked about it, Grady Bussing with 4 tackles already, 1 tackle for loss, 1 quarterback sack. Eli Brockman all over the field from his middle linebacker position. Talked about that a little bit earlier. 7 tackles already with a tackle for loss for his name. Rylan Bussing not to be outdone from that backer position too as well with 5 tackles. And then, of course, Brandon Schmelsley and Weiler Detweiler coming up with the 2 big interceptions so far here for Axtell. In terms of Clifton Clyde's defense, well, they just kind of got ran over here in this one. Scores 54-0. Not saying they've done anything necessarily bad or out of the ordinary, but I just think this Axtell team is that darn good.
And they definitely are. We've already seen them score on the first play of their drive twice here with 2 long balls to Grady Bussing. So they can definitely get out there and strike the end zone whenever they want. And it just is up to Clifton Clyde to try and figure out what they can do to stop that.
Trying to find a way to shut off the hydrant. That's going to be every team's challenge with this Axtell team here this year. 44-0 is our score. 4:22 left here to play before halftime. It has been all Axtell Eagles from the very get-go. Got their first touchdown with 6:51 left to play in that first quarter. That was a 21-yard touchdown run by Brandon Schmelsley, and since then they have not looked back. Schmelsley with 2 so far on the ground, 2 through the air, 2 as well, connecting with Grady Bussing on both of those pass completions for touchdowns. And we come to forget, too, as well, Landon Schmitz had himself a 60-yard touchdown run here early in this contest, and it had been for a penalty on the Axtell Eagles.
Yeah, we're already looking at super impressive numbers with 4:22 left to play in the second quarter. And like you said, we could have added on 60 more yards there.
Impressive numbers for both sides, and it all starts here with this defense. Eagles bring pressure right up the middle, stop down in the middle. That's going to be Diggers almost getting to the quarterback shoestring. Trent Long with the carry, getting the first down on that one. First positive play here we've seen from Clifton Clyde in a long while as Axtell decided to bring pressure right up the middle from that linebacker position. Getting out of the sure tackle for loss, Trent Long dancing away, and finally now a first down for Clifton Clyde. First down to go, ball on the 37 of Axtell as the Eagles of Clifton Clyde finally get across midfield here in this one. Quarterback in the backfield will be Long by himself. 2 receivers left, man in motion. That will be William Hass left to right. Run up the middle by Trent Long. Long's going to be tripped up after about a 5-yard run. Brandon Schmitz is going to get in there and get the get in there to get the stop and the tackle from his cornerback position. It's going to bring up now a second down and about 6.
Yeah, we've seen the offense now see success when running it through Trent Long with that man in motion, spread out the Axtell Eagles a little bit, open up the middle. He's taking it now for an 8, a 12, and a 5-yard gain.
They're going to go spread again. Receivers right, 3 of them, 1 to the left. Long's going to look left. Now he's going to look again. Has a receiver down by the goal line. Good defense there by Landon Schmitz from his cornerback position. That's going to be a pass incomplete as he was burnt on that far side. Getting behind the defense was Peyton Fahey, but Schmitz coming from behind on a beautiful thrown ball, going to force an incompletion. Just like that, 3rd down and 5. So even if the Axtell Eagles don't catch you at the goal line, they're going to catch you in the backfield with either a pass breakup or an interception.
Yeah, that was a beautifully thrown pass, really. He was just able to get up there, get a finger on it, get it tipped out of the hands of Fahey there. And now we're going to look at 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5 now for the Clifton Clyde Eagles, and you know this has got to be the last chance for romance. Just rolled under 3 minutes here until half. Rolling right will be long. Now thrown back across the middle. That's going to be high, incomplete. Was looking there for number 29, William Haas, who has not had a catch so far here tonight. Last contest, Haas brought in 4 receptions for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns, but on that one, just couldn't get there. 2:50 left to play here before half. 44-0 is the score. Max Blasty along with Quinn Blasty to my right here as Axel has been dominant on a beautiful night here for football. 4th down, and this might be the last opportunity here for Clifton Clyde. In the backfield, it will be long. He's going to be empty sets with trips to his left. Lone receiver to the right will be Cook. Going deep down the middle. Incomplete, but we're going to have a flag way back there. That's going to be a pass interference on Wyatt Detweiler inside the 10-yard line, and that's going to give Clifton Clyde some life here right before half.
Yeah, definitely going to give them some life. I think that will be their largest pickup of the night. Is going to come on that penalty. It was another great thrown pass, just a little over his receiver, but definitely getting bailed out there a little bit on 4th down with the penalty flag.
And that's no hit at this Clifton Clyde offense. That's going to be more impressive by this Axel defense. That's something to be the longest pickup for Clifton Clyde offensively so far here tonight. 44-0 is our score. That's going to move the ball all the way up to the 16-yard line of Clifton Clyde, or of Axel, as the Clifton Clyde Eagles finally look to put one in here before halftime. Score update for you. Lynn Bulldogs beating the Washington County Tigers 28-12 over in another video contest down the road. There's going to be long up the middle. He's going to pick up about 4 to 5 yards on that one. Bussing's going to be in there for another tackle. Tell me if I have called the name Grant Bussing here a time or two tonight, just to say the least.
Yeah, definitely quite a bit. He's doing a great job defensively.
Grant Bussing doing a heck of a job defensively. Offensive, Grady Bussing, and your homecoming king, Grady Bussing, with 2 touchdowns so far here tonight as well. 2nd down and 5 to go. Ball's going to be on the 12-yard line. Clifton Clyde getting lined up here. Playcock's got to be getting low here. In the backfield, it will be long. Actually, that's going to be Scotchney to the left. Scotchney's going to run. He's going to get tackled close to the 1st down line. Coming up from that cornerback position, Landon Schmitz again getting that stop. I believe we're going to have an official measurement here on this one. It's going to be that close. Ball's going to be on the far sideline, so not far here for the yard marker judges to come up. I think he's going to be just a little bit short here, but we'll see what the call is at the end of it. Ooh, my eyes aren't near as good here from the score booth. I think they're going to move it here to a yard marker.
Yeah, from the booth, they could go either way up here from what I am seeing.
Well, it looks like they made their decision. It is going to be 4th down, so we're going to be, or 3rd down, So Clifton Clyde's going to be short on that attempt as Scotchney took a tumble there through the air on the left side. But a 3rd down and 1 now. 1:40 left to play here before halftime. Opportunity now for Clifton Clyde to get on the board and come back after half to play a little bit more football. Long will be your quarterback again. To his left will be Fahey. It's going to be a fake to Fahey. Long up the middle. Long tripped up again down to about the 2, maybe the 1-yard line. Tackled by Brandon Schmelsley, and again, Grant Bussing there in on the tackle defensively. It is going to be enough for the 1st down here for Clifton Clyde as they look to punch one in here before halftime. 44-0 is our score. It's been that way for the last 5 minutes. Axel really opened this one up in the first quarter, held the 22-0 lead at the end of the first, and got a blunt punt block right at the beginning of the second quarter to make it 30-0. Backfield by himself will be Long. Spread motion right here for Clifton Clyde. Trips right side. Single receiver left. Pressure up the middle by Bussing. It's just going to get thrown out the back of the end zone. He caught it, but I don't think his feet were in. The official's going to call him out of bounds. Heck of a catch there by number 1, Jeraden Reed, in the back pylon of the end zone. Couldn't quite keep those twinkle toes down, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, everyone thought that was thrown away, but he did go up and get it, and just about got both feet tiptoed down inbounds. It looks like Jeraden Reed so far is the receiving leader here with 18 yards, and that would have been nice to get there for him to keep them alive in this game.
Still an opportunity now with 2 downs, or excuse me, 2 more downs to go. Second down from the 1-yard line. 41 seconds left to go here. Long's going to be in the backfield. He's going to roll right, look to pass it. Little swing pattern. Good defense there along the corner. Wyatt Detweiler breaking that one up from his cornerback position. Looking to get that to William Haas along this front side of the pylon. So now 2 plays, 2 tracks at the end zone. 2 times this Axtell defense has held strong.
Yeah, and they got 2 more opportunities to go at the end zone here, assuming that they will go for it on 4th down. 3rd down's coming up, and it'll be interesting to see what they try here.
3rd down and go now. Ball from the 4, a little bit farther away than I thought originally. Long's going to be your quarterback. It's going to be to his right side, Fahey. Right receiver left and right. Long's going to fake the pitch. Now stopped by the Axtell interior defensive line. Getting in there, Eli Broxman getting the stop. Tell me again, Grant Bussing gives him another tackle. 4 loss on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down try now here for Clifton Clyde. With no timeouts left, 15 seconds running here. Clifton Clyde's got to get this one in before half. 10 seconds now. Quarterback will be Long. In the backfield, trips to the right side. Long in the backfield, snap at 5. Long's going to roll right, pressure by Bussing, gets off the tackle, throws the middle. One-handed catch in the back of the end zone. Jeraden Reed, heck of an athletic play there. That's going to give Clifton Clyde a score here right before halftime. And it's going to give us a little bit more football when we come back. Of course, we'll have the 2-point conversion here, but an opportunity now to get a little bit more football.
Yeah, that was a spectacular catch. Coming back across his route, one-handed, grabbing that football to keep them in this game.
Clock's at 0. We're going to go to halftime after this one. Back at quarterback will be Scotchney. Scotchney's going to roll right, look to pass, has a man back to the end zone, steps up, picked off by Broxman. That's going to be no good, but that will send us to halftime. At half, your score 44-6. Axtell Eagles leading this one, and half from the front. We're going to take a timeout with some weather. Talk with Jeff Wirtz from the TVL Spotlight. Take another timeout. Keep it right here. We're going to have a little bit more football for you after halftime on here, KNDY Radio.
If you live in or around the Axtell community and are passionate about fitness, the Axtell Community Foundation has lifetime memberships available for the new Community Fitness Center. A limited number of lifetime memberships are being sold, so visit the Axtell Community Fitness Center Facebook page to grab yours. With weight machines, a walking track, stair climbers, physical therapy rooms, and possible exercise classes, this state-of-the-art facility looks to improve its patrons and the community around it. Individual memberships will start at $35, but only 20 lifetime memberships are being made available, while donations are always welcomed. Getting fit and supporting the community is what the Fitness Center is all about. Visit the Axtell Community Fitness Center Facebook page to view pictures, make a donation, or grab a membership and find out how you can help build a healthier community today.
You'll find no shortage of work to do in a New Holland Workmaster or Boomer compact tractor. Available now from Can-Equip. You'll also find big savings when you buy now. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments for 90 days, or choose cash back on these 24 to 55 horsepower compact and subcompact tractors. They're roomy, easy to operate, and deliver all the power you could ask for. Ask about one today at Can-Equip in Marysville. Offers end September 30th.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
Equipment rentals from Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber make the job easier if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer. From power tools to generators, air compressors to nailers and fasteners, concrete tools, scaffolding, and more. Rent a Bobcat, dump truck, man lift, ladder, scaffolding, as well as pressure washers, insulation blowers, drywall tools, tile cutters, and more. Rent by the half day, day, weekend, or week. See the entire list online, including pricing, at axtelllumber.com or visit either location today.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you will find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
We don't have to tell that harvest season is here. And while you're working the field, Kramer Oil is on the road for you. Kramer Oil's commercial fuel delivery brings premium fuel right to your farm, making sure your machinery never skips a beat. Fast, reliable, and always on time. Because during harvest season, every second counts. Keep your farm running smooth with the name that's been there through it all. Kramer Oil. Our family serving yours for generations.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company since 1947.
Max Blasky back with you here in Axtell at halftime. 44-6 is our score. Looking at some other scores going on around the area on our sister station, FM 94.1 AM 1570. Marysville Bulldogs leading 14-8 at halftime over Chapman. That's a homecoming contest. Good job there by the Bulldogs as they seek their first win of the season. Elsewhere along the TVL, over in Troy in 11-man action, Valley Heights is defeating the Trojans 38-8. Centralia holding the lead 34-0 over on Onega last check. In other 8-man action going on too, homecoming over in Washington, the Lynn Bulldogs leading 22-8 over Washington County. Just down the road, the Linden is playing Frankfort 16-12 is that score as Linden leads last check before half. Obviously, if you're looking for college football, too, as well, KNDY is your spot for that. We're going to have KU football right here on FM 95.5. Tomorrow night, kickoff is going to be 9:30. That means pregame starts at 9 o'clock as the Jayhawks travel out to Nevada to play the Wolfpack. In the early slate tomorrow on our sister station, K-State Wildcats travel to face the Mizzou Tigers in an 11 a.m. kickoff. That's going to be a 10 a.m. pregame start time for the pregame show there on the Wildcat Network. Here in Axtell, 44-6 is our score. Axtell has lead this one from the get-go. We're going to take one more timeout, bring it right back here after that break. We bring you second half action of high school football right here on KNDY.
Anyone can sell you soybean seed. Channel Seedsman place product to perform. With Channel XtendFlex soybeans and Channel Roundup Ready 2 Xtend soybeans, you'll get the superior weed control you want and the high yield potential you need. Make the most of next season with the Roundup Ready Xtend crop system and expert recommendations from Channel Seedsman. Ask a seedsman in your area for recommendations for your fields. Check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For all of your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and excavation services, there's only one call to make. Eagle HVAC and Heating. Formerly Dave's Hardware in Axtell, the guys at Eagle HVAC and Heating look forward to continuing the success they've built over the years. Offering all heating, ventilation, air conditioning needs, as well as carrying a wide variety of name-brand appliances. They do plumbing and electrical, as well as excavation service. Give Eagle HVAC and Heating a call today in Axtell.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it in to the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, spray and bed liners, sandblasting, dealer and installer of B&W hitches and drop and lock hitches. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
You're listening to high school football right here on KNDY 95.5. Axtell Eagles leading at half 44-6 over the Clifton Clyde Eagles. And what we thought was going to be a possible game of the week has turned into an absolute blowout here at halftime. Axtell got started off hot, a 21-yard touchdown run by quarterback Brandon Schmelsley. He hit Grady Bussing to put Axtell up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion right in the start of the first quarter. 4 minutes later, a 56-yard touchdown pass from, Schmelsley to Bussing put Axtell up 14-0. 2-point conversion was no good. Right before the end of the first quarter break, Eli Brockman broke a 51-yard touchdown run to put the Eagles up 22-0 after the 2-point conversion was good by Brockman himself. Coming out of the second quarter, a punt blocked by Grant Bussing, who has had a huge defensive game here for Axtell. Landon Schmitz picked that one up at the end zone, while Brandon Schmelsley ran it in for 2 points. And just like that, Axtell had the 30-0 advantage. Another 21-yard touchdown run by Eli Brockman before Schmelsley hit Grant Bussing for his second touchdown of the half, putting the Axtell Eagles up 42-0. Eli Brockman put in the 2-point conversion with 5:37 left to play before halftime. And then right before halftime, with zeros on the clock, Clifton Clyde finally got on the scoreboard. A 4-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Trent Long to wide receiver Drayden Reed in the back of the end zone. 2-point conversion was no good. Lets us set at 44-6. Quentin, real quickly before we get into half, what some of the stats look like from that first half?
Yeah, so really we're seeing a lot of domination by the Axtell Eagles. So far they've totaled 272 points. That'll make 166 yards on the ground and 106 in the air. Surprisingly, Grady Bussing is the only receiver with a reception right now. So Clifton Clyde has something to look at there where they can really possibly double coverage him, see what they can do for him getting that ball. On Clifton Clyde's side of the offense, they are totaling 52 yards on the ground for 90 yards total, making it 38 in the air. Not a lot of drop passes here, but 2 interceptions really killing it. So we'll see if they can minimize their mistakes, and they can definitely put some more points on the board if they do that.
2 big mistakes there by Clifton Clyde in that first half. 1 interception by Wyatt Detweiler. Brandon Schmelsley coming across the field for that second interception there midway through the second quarter. 2 penalties, too, for Clifton Clyde has really driven them back, but would not be surprised if Clifton Clyde comes out here with a little fire at halftime. Axtell will get the first kickoff as Clifton Clyde's going to try and squib kick it. It's going to be Landon Smith picking up the easy return there right around the midfield, and that's where Axtell will start this drive. 44-6 is our score here as Axtell leading on homecoming. talked about it there, stats at the halftime, the big offensive game for Axtell, but it could be bigger too, as they have started with great field possession on just about all of their drives, and here they are starting on their own 38-yard line on the first one of the second half. Of course, next touchdown and two-point conversion will send this one to the finale with the 45-point rule. There's going to be a flag on the first play. Schmelzley's going to get around the edge to the right side. It's going to be a pickup of 8 for the time being, but we're going to have an illegal shift by Axtell to start off the halftime. Coach Eric Detweiler coming right out of half. Wasn't too happy with his team on that one, but we're just going to replay here. First down.
Yeah, and this is a big opportunity for Clifton Clyde. As you said, if Axtell does get into the end zone and get that two-point conversion, the game is over. So definitely starting with Axtell already in trouble, 5 yards behind their initial line of scrimmage. This is going to be the biggest opportunity for them to get a stop.
The first time we have seen Axtell behind the sticks so far here in this contest. Clifton Clyde has done it a few times, kind of shot themselves in the foot with some mental mistakes. I think we're going to go ahead and call them here on this one. Second down or no? We're going to go first down and 15 now. Schmelzley's going to be in the backfield. He's going to give to Brockman. Brockman gets to the right side. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Continue to fight there. Eli Brockman not stop until he fights all the way to the far sideline. That's going to be a pickup of about, we're going to call it 12 or 13 in that time frame. And the bevy of Clifton Clyde Eagles pushed Eli Brockman out. Clifton Clyde with that auction offense, saw it last year, ran by Isaac Detweiler to perfection, running it here with Schmelzley again this year, starting off nicely. Schmelzley will be in the backfield with Brockman behind him. Quick look left. Now we're going to go fade pattern here, near side pass complete. That's going to be caught by Rylan Bussey, number 5, getting his first action here in this contest. First Eagles catch a pass other than Grady Bussey so far here in this game.
Yep, that's right. So as we come out for the second half, we may see the ball get to some of the other players that haven't got a chance here, spread it out, and maybe even open opportunities for our leaders here by doing so.
Axtell still out there with their starting lineup mainly. A little changes here on the front line. Schmelzley's going to take the snap. Schmitz is going to protect him. We're going to look right side. That pass is just going to be incomplete. Schmelzley just slipped off his right side just a little bit. More of a sidearm toss there as Coach Detweiler gives him a few pointers from the sideline. Second down and 10 now here for Axtell. 44-6 still our scores. We play second half action. Glad to have you along here on this Friday night, KNDY Radio. Beautiful night for football. Of course, keep it tuned right here next Friday, too, as well, as we'll be over in Hanover as the Wildcats face Blue Valley Rams in our Friday night featured game of the week and next week. Here in this one, Axtell is in control and has been in control since the beginning. Eli Brockman's going to get a run to the right. He's going to pick up about 10 yards after nasty little running by the running back. They're going to give him a gain of 8 or 9 on that one. Tackled by Jackson Johnson for Clifton Clyde, and that's going to bring up third down and 1 here for the Eagles. Eli Brockman already with a 51-yard touchdown run to his name, getting close up there to 100 yards, actually just past the century mark. 106 yards so far here on the night for Brockman, 80 yards for Brandon Shaughnessy, his running mate in the backfield. Shaughnessy. Brandon Schmelzley. Schmelzley breaks the tackle up the middle. Schmelzley to the left, down to the 5, and a touchdown saving tackle there by number 7, Jack Scotchney. Going to save a touchdown run by Schmelzley. That is going to pick up a first down, though, for Axtell, and it is going to be ball inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Clifton Clyde's definitely going to have to stuff up here. This is their last opportunity, their last 4 downs to really keep in this game. They're going to have to keep Axtell out of this end zone.
2 receivers left will be Schmitz and Rylan Bussing. In the backfield, Schmelzley with Eli Brockman to his right. Schmelzley's going to fake the option. Going to keep that right up the middle. That's going to be a 5-yard touchdown run by number 16, Brandon Schmelsley, as he's going to push this lead up to 50-6. See what they come out with. 2-point conversion could put this game in the can here for Axtell.
Yeah, and there we saw even a little bit of trouble in the backfield, but Brandon Schmelsley just able to bob and weave his way through to the end zone. We saw a guy about 1 yard past the line of scrimmage be able to at least give him a look.
Had a very impressive year last year from his running back position, made the change to quarterback, and is thriving so far here tonight. To the right side, we're going to run that same option play. He's going to look back at the end zone, and that's going to do it. That's their 2-point conversion to move out, but number 34, Grady Blissing, for that 2-point conversion right at the end of the beginning of the second half. That's going to bring us to a final score of 52-6 as Axtell wins it here on homecoming. We're going to take a timeout, bring it right back here, wrap up our show as Axtell Eagles win this contest 52-6.
Equipment rentals from Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber make the job easier if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer. From power tools to generators, air compressors to nailers and fasteners, concrete tools, scaffolding, and more. Rent a Bobcat, dump truck, man lift, ladder, scaffolding, as well as pressure washers, insulation blowers, drywall tools, tile cutters, and more. Rent by the half day, day, weekend, or week. See the entire list online, including pricing, at axtelllumber.com or visit either location today.
School is back in session. Kick off the school year with an A+ on your internet connection by signing up for Blue Valley Internet. New customers get $100 off. Existing customers that boost their speed get a $50 bill credit. Set your family up for success this school year with the internet from Blue Valley Technologies. Find more details at bluevalley.net/promo.
B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post frame buildings. Give them a call for stud frame buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
Little Joe 66 Service in Axtell is a proud supporter of Axtell schools and Axtell athletics. If you have automotive repair needs, call Joe at 785-736-2824. With satisfied customers from all over the area, Little Joe 66 Service is the place to turn for all of your automotive repair needs.
Back here in Axtell, the Eagles are fighting for their right to party on a homecoming night here in September. 52-6 is our final score as Axtell defeats Clifton Clyde, pulling away in this contest. It was all Eagles from the get-go. Started off this game 44-0 was our score at halftime before Clifton Clyde finally got their first touchdown of the game by their quarterback Trent Long there right before halftime. Of course, Axtell got one possession there in the second half and fortified the Eagles again for the second straight year. Quentin, as you take a look here at some stats, what jumps out to you here after this contest?
Yeah, so on Axel's side, it was all domination by the front runners here, Brendan Schmelsley, Eli Brofsterman, and Grady Bussing. Brendan Schmelsley, obviously the quarterback, but also picking up 95 yards on the ground, along with Eli Brofsterman, who had less carries, but ended up with 106 yards on the ground. So really impressive stats there. Grady Bussing ended up for 111 yards in the air, and 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. What really surprised me tonight was the defensive look that Axel was able to give. They kept switching it up, really making it hard for Clifton Clyde to really do anything. They went from a 2-man front, 3-man front, those backs doing everything they can, cornerbacks breaking up passes all night. So it was a really impressive defensive showing for Axel.
And I think defense was the key here for this game. Looking at a few stats real quick, Eli Broxman not only with 100-plus yards on the ground, but 11 total tackles here tonight, too, as well in this contest. 1 tackle for loss. I know a name we kept saying all night. Grant Bussing ends up with 6 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 quarterback sack unofficially. And then Brandon Schmelsley and Wyatt Detweiler each coming up with an interception, too, which was big for Axel defensively, holding this Clifton Clyde high-powered offense that averaged 50 points a game in their first 2 contests to 6 here in this one. We're going to take one more time out to bring you back scoring summaries, take a look at what else is going along the region here tonight, and look at our schedule heading up. Again, on homecoming, Axel Eagles defeat Clifton Clyde 52-6. You've been listening to high school football right here on KNDY.
For engineered roof and floor trusses, call on Axtell Truss. 12 to 80-foot span. Complete hip, cathedral, and floor systems using only the best SYP available. Delivered to your site undamaged on a roll-off trailer. Manufactured locally at Axtell Truss on U.S. Highway 36, 2 miles west of K110 between Seneca and Marysville. Phone 785-736-2291.
Barry Bussing Construction in Axtell offers dozer construction and all types of soil conservation work, including terraces and water rain. Remember, conservation is the key to our future, and it all starts with you. Contact Barry Bussing and see how he can help you. Call Barry today at 736-2833. For conservation work, Barry Bussing Construction of Axtell, Kansas. Phone 736-2833.
The greatest investment a company can make is their employees. Landall Company congratulates their team members for making their 60th year a record-breaking year with an incentive bonus of 15.67% of annual wage or 8.15 weeks of pay as a bonus. Proud of the work you do and the difference you make. Join the team today with great job opportunities available. Learn more online at landall.com/careers. EEO Vets and Disabilities welcome.
The State Bank in Axtell is synonymous with quality and integrity in the banking business. Financing for your home, for your farm, or your small business. Contact the loan officers if you need money, or if you're putting money away for something special, or just saving for a rainy day. Visit with the professionals at the State Bank of Axtell. They're federally insured, member FDIC, the State Bank of Axtell.
Whether the work is inside or outside, a repair, remodel, addition, or new construction, Peak Construction in Marysville is ready to build. They start off by helping you turn your vision into a concrete design with the help of samples from local vendors. Their in-house construction crew gets to work making that design a reality. Imagine what you can do with the help of Peak Construction. Phone 562-6380 for an appointment to start planning. From top to bottom, inside and out, call Peak Construction. 562-6380.
52-6 our final score here as Axel Eagles defeat Clifton Clyde on homecoming. Looking at how we got to that score, started off with a Brandon Schmelsley 21-yard touchdown run. with about 6 minutes left to play in that first quarter. 4 minutes later, Schmelzley hit a streaking Grady Bussing for a 51-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion was no good. 2 minutes later, right before the end of the first quarter, Eli Brockstrom broke off half of his yardage in one run, a 51-yard touchdown run for Brockstrom. The 2-point conversion was good for Brockstrom, giving Axtell the 22-0 lead. Coming out of the second quarter, the defense for Axtell held strong, got a punt block by who else but Grant Bussing. Landon Schmitz picked that one up in the end zone, giving Axtell the 30-0 lead after the 2-point run was good by Brandon Schmelzley. Eli Brockstrom punched in another 21-yard touchdown run about 3 minutes later before Schmelzley hit Grady Bussing for his second touchdown of the night with 5:37 left to play before half. With zeros on the clock at halftime, Clifton Clyde finally got on the board with a 4-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Trent Long to wide receiver Drayden Reed. 2-point conversion was no good as we went into halftime 44-6. But coming out of half, Axtell needed one possession as they drove 40 yards down the field, capped it off by a 5-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Brandon Schmelzley. 2-point conversion was good as Schmelzley hit Grady Bussing in the back of the end zone for the final score of the game, putting this one out of reach with the 45-point rule, 52 to 6. So, Quentin, as we wrap this game up here real quick, in a game that we thought was going to be a game of the year, possibly here in 8-man action, what were your final thoughts as this one wraps up?
Well, like you said, we were expecting a little bit closer of a game, and nothing to take away from Clifton Clyde. They did come out, and they did play all right. But when you are going up against a Axtell offense that is going to score almost every time they touch the ball, you have to minimize your mistakes. Definitely with the 2 interceptions, the 2 penalties, and a blocked kick, you're just giving Axtell too many chances there. But each team did play fairly well tonight.
And I think something to be taken away from this, too, as well. Axtell is your 8-man Division II back-to-back reigning state champions for a reason. And I think going into this game, a lot of people had questions. How would Clifton Clyde react? How will Axtell react against a good Clifton Clyde game? It was to be expected. But I think Axtell showed a lot of people here this year that they are still the favorite again to triple Pete, I guess the way to put it, in this contest.
Yeah, definitely. To come out and win 52-6 to a team that, as you said, got some votes to be in the top 10 in the state for Division I 8-man football. It is quite surprising. So they are going to be a titan for any team that they face up against, and they are definitely trying their best to be here to stay.
Here to stay are the Axtell Eagles. Next week, they will take on a Lynn Bulldogs team that is defeating Washington right now over in Washington's homecoming on tonight's contest. Of course, looking forward to from our schedule, if you're looking for college football, here is the place to be. KU's going to kick off with a 9 p.m. pregame tomorrow night right here on FM 95.5 as they take on the Wolfpack of Nevada. K-State Wildcats have the early game on our sister station, FM 94.1 AM 1570, as they travel to face the Mizzou Tigers. Kickoff with 11. Pregame will start at 10 a.m. on that one. And, of course, next week we will be back with another Friday night feature game here on KNDY. That will be the Hanover Wildcats as they host the Blue Valley Rams in a Week 4 matchup of two teams possibly seeking their first win of the season. That is going to do it here from Axtell. Again, for Quentin Blasky, this has been Max Blasky. Axtell Eagles win this one 52-6. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Have a great evening, and we will see you again next Friday night.
KNDY.